Good morning, everyone. Happy Thursday. Another week that's just flown by. For most of us, we're only on day 3, actually, because of the public holiday. So I hope you are all still feeling good, feeling nice and relaxed, maybe after taking a day off on Monday. Let me just find you guys here. Let me know who of you joined in on Suri's nacho night. I was saying to her, I'm sure everyone had a good sleep with some nachos in their belly last night. And good morning, everyone. Hello, Marna. Welcome, guys. Let me know if you're here. Let me know how many sessions you've done this week. Of course, there are 4 live sessions this week. So I want to know, hopefully this is your 3 out of 4. I've been seeing so many people really getting dedicated to their flow now. Remember, this work is about mobility. It's about recovery. It's really just the 30 minutes that you're just doing a bit of rehab. So giving yourself a little bit of TLC, a little bit of relaxation, really getting the breath going, getting some oxygen traveling throughout the body, but without really burning a lot of energy. And then, of course, our lymphatic work to get our lymph flashing through the body, super important for any kind of recovery, to balance the toxicity levels in our body. So yeah, welcome to everyone. Good morning. Hi, Sandine. Good morning. Off to work, so we'll do tonight. Nachos were amazing. Perfect, Sandine. Guys, if you're not able to make these live sessions, don't skip it. Maybe fit it in over your lunch break or fit it in the evening. Hi, Pamela. Good morning, Lorna. Chantal. Hi, Michael. Nice to have you here. Roz, Yaku, Megan, James. Good morning. Hi, everyone. 3 out of 4 or 5, says Megan James. 100%. So remember, there's 5 live classes, but then you've also got your weekend, right? So you can fit in a double session over the weekend. It's really nice to get an hour practice in. So maybe you do 2 of the half an hour, 2 of the 30-minute sessions, especially if you're feeling extra stiff or extra sore. I know we all had a tough workout on Monday, and you've all been going at it since. So make sure that if your body is feeling super tight, take a nice long bath, do some flow, and take it a little bit easier, perhaps. We don't want any injuries. Siri, good morning. Hello. I hope you worked off everyone's nachos this morning. Elizna, ready for a good stretch. Me too. Absolutely. Zita, good morning. Sandine says 3 done and 3 to go. I mean, so dedicated. Alison Smith. I need something a bit calmer after the series session. I am sure. Well, this morning it's going to be just breath, some nice stretches. Remember, guys, that little disclaimer, especially for those of you who are new, haven't really seen anyone new check in quite yet. If you're new to flow, welcome. And that little disclaimer really just is, especially with stretching and things, you know, a lot of the time, if we do have pain, we tend to almost stretch into the pain. Don't do that. Okay, take it easy. Know where your boundaries are. Don't overstretch. You want to feel some kind of sensation in your body when you're moving through the poses, but definitely no pain, and definitely not in or kind of around the joints. So just monitor that. Deep full breaths. Skip something if it doesn't feel good in your body. You can message me afterwards and just maybe ask a question about why the shape didn't feel good, or you can let me know if you have any questions around that. And then, of course, enjoy the practice. Sunrise stretches. This is our luxury time. This is the time where you can just relax, 30 minutes for yourself, switch off the mind, unplug, and just let the body relax and move into that state of healing and repair. All right, let's give it a few more minutes Hi, everyone. Make sure that you check in if you're here. Tag your coaches so that they know you're here. Leonie, good morning. Hi, Jolene. Karen, Leanne, newbie here with Coach Bridget. Yay. Welcome, Leanne. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Keshmi, Kabibi from Thailand. Welcome. We just see I had Laura says 2 stretch sessions on Tuesday, 1 yesterday and today. My hips are slowly loosening up. We'll put the Q20 on hold for a moment. Yay, Laura, that's amazing. Did you do the 2 30-minute sessions separately, or did you do them one after another? When I go on trainings, sometimes we do 6-hour practices, which is next level. But when you start to push your boundaries, your body starts to change even more. So I challenge all of you, perhaps this weekend when you have time, to do a double session of flow, to do 30 minutes and go straight to another 30 minutes. And then let me know how your body feels afterwards. It makes a huge difference. 30 minutes is absolutely fine if you're doing it every day, right? It's more important to do a little bit every day than do one big session once a week. So you need to be getting in your daily flow, guys. Our minimum, we've said, is 2 flows a week. Our goal, however, is a flow for every hit. So I want to see the numbers reflecting in the flow are not matching the numbers reflecting in the hits, guys. I want to see you guys in these flow sessions. Hi, everyone. Nicola, I'm so glad that you love the sessions. So do I. Sanisha, Siddiqa, good morning. Just came from my run, doing your class. Amazing. I can't wait until it's spring or summer because it's still pitch dark. But I know when summer comes along, it's going to be light a lot earlier. And then I can maybe go for a run in the morning or straight after. But at the moment, it's still quite dark here. Ntabi, welcome. Good morning. Ansu, Pam, Belange, Tanya, all the names, all the ladies are here. I love it. I know I saw Michael there earlier on. I want to see the gents. Ladies, where are your men? They should be joining in on this. Keshmi joined Jeff yesterday. Can't wait to join you guys. Getting ready for work. Good luck, guys. Keshmi, welcome. I hope you have a beautiful day. Welcome to the Jeff community. I hope to see you at Flow tomorrow morning or otherwise next week. Guys, remember it's every day, 7 a.m., Monday to Friday. 30 minutes, fit it in the morning. We've placed it specifically either after the 6 a.m. hit or before the 8 a.m. hit so that we can really try and make it available and a time that suits you guys to really get that flow in. Of course, if you can't make it live, you should be catching up. Yeah, we have, hi, Jono. Nice to see you here. Movement, mobility, and recovery. Frequency in training. I'm here setting an example. I love that. Jono, I want to know how this feels in your body, how it felt in your body afterwards. Definitely. Hi, Brian. Yes, I'm seeing a few gents. We have Stefan Berger in the house this morning. I hope my comment yesterday sparked you on to join, Stefan. Guys, remember that little disclaimer. Take it at your own pace. Don't overstretch. If something doesn't feel great, skip it. You can always ask me about it after class. Enjoy the practice. Deep full breaths. This is your luxury time. This is your time for your body to rest, recover, and relax. All right, I think let's almost get going. 1 minute to go. So before we start at 7 a.m., I'm sure most of you have seen that in a few hours' time, at 7 p.m., there will be an exciting announcement. You have to check in for that, guys. Come online at 7 p.m. Breaking news. Lauren was saying it's like the news headlines where you've got the thing running across the bottom. Breaking news, 7 p.m. You guys need to be there, all right? So I'll see all of you a bit later for that as well. All right, everyone. I think let's get going. You will need 2 cushions. Remember, you might not need them. It's just an option there to be a little bit of extra support if you feel you need that during your practice. All right. Hi, everyone who's just joining in. Make sure to check in. Cool, guys. So you can just place your cushions to the side for the moment. And then I'd like you to come to lie on your back. And so as you lie down on your back, draw your knees to your chest, bring your right hand to your right knee, your left hand to your left knee. And then let's just allow the spine to relax in this position. Soft belly, so the abdominals aren't particularly active. If it feels like your chin is lifting up here and the back of your neck is shortening, you could grab your cushion, place it underneath your head. Just to be looking for a nice long line from the crown of the head to the tailbone. Of course, with your knees joining in, you're going to feel the tailbone curling up at the bottom. But you want to try and have both hips nice and heavy, lower back, middle back, shoulder blades, nice and rounded. Alright, you can close your eyes, arrive at your practice, start to deepen your breath. Let's take a full breath in through our nose, exhale through the nose. Deep breath in through the nose. Deep breath out through the nose. Last one, deep breath in through the nose. Deep breath out through the nose. Soften through your hips. You can keep your eyes closed just for a breath or two. If there's an intention you'd like to set for your practice, you can do so now. Otherwise, it might be just to simply be present with an energy of nourishing your body and a gratitude for that body. You can open the eyes. Let's raise legs and arms up to the ceiling. You keep a gentle bend in the knees. We'll just move through some easy wrist and ankle rolls. So you want to be moving quite slow here. Maybe you hear a few little cricks and cracks. Just releasing around those joints. Also quite nice here is you get to have a real look at your hands and your feet. So parts of the body that we might not always pay that much attention to, yet they do kind of most of the work during our day, right? Our hands are obviously active almost 90% of the time, and our feet are either carrying us while we're walking or holding us while we're standing. And then, of course, not to mention all the work these joints do when you're in a hip pass. So really nice just to invert them, gently move them around. All right, remember to deepen your breath, and your face is nice and soft, so no tension in the jaw or the collarbone. So nice, everyone. All right, let's draw both knees back down. We'll interlace our hands around the front of the right knee or shin and start to extend your right leg forward, ground your right heel. So let's keep this right leg quite soft, and you're just going to feel if you're pulling this left thigh a little tighter into chest. Okay, inhale to pull the lunge. And then on your exhale, squeeze that knee in a little tighter. Let's start to activate both ankles. So flex into the ankles, wake up your right thigh, try to get your right calf muscle down to the floor, and then split your legs. Extend through your right heel. Remember, we're not trying to pick up any tension. There's a firmness around parts of the body, but there isn't tension. Beautiful. Relax both feet and switch. Bring your right knee in. Change the interlace of the fingers. Remember, we're always trying to balance everything out. Slowly extend your left leg forward. Okay. Let's activate. So activate the ankles, your toes, shin. See if you can get your left calf muscle to the floor. Take a full breath in. You want to split your legs and you squeeze that right side towards your chest. And relax. Pull both knees into the chest. Take your left hand back to your left knee, and we're just going to move through some hip rolls. So both knees stay together as you pull them in towards your chest. Separate the knees. Let them move away from you, soft belly, so that you can roll on your lower back. Bring the knees to touch, and then hug them back in. As you do this, you'll really press the mid-spine into the floor. And then let's just go a few more rounds like that. Just releasing around the hips. And then by keeping our abdominals quite soft here, we're allowing that rocking of the pelvis. And then with the help of the weight of our bones and gravity, it's almost like a little bit of a massage. Place on your knees, come to your chest, pause, and change direction. Knees move away from you, and they split. Bring them back in. Notice if your breath has shortened. Let's all take a deep breath in together. And deep breath out. Nice. And bring both knees. This time, interlace your hands around the front of your right leg. And extend your left leg forward. Let's gently activate both ankles again, left thigh. Take a full breath in. And this time, bring your head and your shoulders up. Squeeze that right thigh a little tighter and try and bring your nose to touch your knee. Squeeze all the breath out. And then lower yourself down. Switch. Keep those active ankles. Right foot forward, left knee to chest. Take a full breath in. And exhale, curl up. Nice. And then relax down. Slowly bring right knee. And we're going to move into what we call happy baby. So you're going to split the knees towards the armpits. And then draw the soles of the feet up towards the ceiling. Okay. You might need to lift up a little bit as you reach for the outer blades of the feet. So see how my tailbone curls up. I'm now kind of on my mid-spine. I want to try and lower my sacrum and then allow the shoulders and the head to lower. So you might not be all the way there in the shape this morning. That's fine. But let's just feel that nice movement or that nice sensation in and around the hips. So kind of getting a stretch in the outer buttocks, but now we also compressing into that inner line of the thighs, the lower belly, the lower part of our digestive system. And so when we release this, we get that fresh kind of rush of blood into those areas. Of course, our blood carries the oxygen, the nutrients, everything that our cells need, and that will rush into those areas. Let's take 2 more breaths here. All right. Release the feet, bring the hands to the back of the thighs, bring the knees to touch. So if you've been having any back issues, I wouldn't rock along the spine. You could roll to the side and just bring yourself up to sit. But if you're feeling up for it, you're just going to start to rock yourself forward and back. So again, with the weight of our body and gravity, we get a little bit of a massage and stimulation up and down the spine, those postural muscles. And then we'll bring ourselves all the way up to sit. We're going to open the legs for butterfly pose. So this is the kind of the time that you come to sit on your cushion. How do you know if your cushion would help you? You're kind of rounding your lower back and your shoulders are past the line of your hips. Then I'd say grab your cushion, come to sit on it, so that you're really lifting up through the lower back. Don't worry about how high your knees are here. Right? That's all kind of just opens over time. So stay as you are facing this direction. I'm just going to switch so you can see me better. Okay, so I've got the soles of my feet touching. I'm going to bring my hands to my shins and then slowly start to take my spine in an extension forward. I'm not rounding to my upper back. I'm staying broad to the chest and the shoulders. And you stop wherever your natural range of motion is. I don't want you to push yourself too much. There's obviously a bit of activation, like a self-adjustment. But if that's your max, then you'll tuck your chin and you'll just rest here. If you're going a little further, you might take your hands around the front of your toes, elbows kind of around the front of your shins. Help your knees to move down by a slight activation, and then perhaps you're bringing forehead to toes. Okay, I know it can be quite intense, so back off if you need to, but we're going to hold for 5 full breaths. Okay, so we're not picking up tension. Do a little full body scan in this pose now. I want you to relax. So start with your toes. Relax as you work your way up to your hips and your belly. Relax around the shoulder blades. Make your way out to your fingertips. And bring your awareness to your neck, your head, your face. You're counting, I'm not, so no cheating. Make sure you've done all 5 rounds of breath. And when you have, you'll bring yourself up. Nice. Let's keep this left leg bent and extend our right leg forward. You're going to slide that left foot in. If your left knee is really high up off the ground, I would say place a little cushion underneath that left thigh for some support. You could even have a little bend in this right leg. Now we're going to reach our arms up. And then again, reaching up and forward. So I'm not collapsing from shoulders down. I'm looking for the length from the lower back. So I'm going to take myself forward, 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 forward. Woo! Okay, maybe hamstring starts to speak to you. Let's soften our ankle and our toes. Hands can come down. And maybe that's where you stay. Again, we're going to hold. So you could start to kind of work the shape a little more. Maybe straightening out that right leg. Maybe walking your hands forward. Maybe you reach onto your right foot or soften your forehead down. Again, don't overstretch. Find your maximum. And then a reminder around, especially in this shape, I find that the connection point between hamstring and knee often feels like it's pulling quite tight, right? I would take a soft bend in that right knee so that you're not pulling in and around that joint. Okay, but we're going to hold 5 full breaths here. Again, in the shape, you can kind of move through that little full body scan just to pick up if you're holding any tension anyway. Lengthen your breath and soften the back of your neck. And when you've exhaled your 5th exhale, bring yourself up. And we'll simply switch. So extend your left leg in front of you, bend your right knee, If you use your cushion on the other side, you'll use it on this side. Let's reach our arms up. So I like to do a little lift before my forward fold, so I can get space in my rib cage away from my hips. And then that allows me a little more space. Whew, okay, I can feel my left hamstring quite tight this morning. I'm going to take a little bit of a bend in my knee, walk myself forward, soften down, and then let's just take a few breaths here, finding our shape. Once my body acknowledges the shape, right? So this mind-body connection, this brain-body communication, now it kind of goes, okay, I know what shape we're in, and starts to soften. Then I go a little deeper, and then I take 5 full breaths. Roll your right shoulder down, level to left if you can. Alright, and then slowly bring yourself up. Okay, so you should still be facing this direction. Let's cross at the ankles, remove your cushions to the side. Rock over your knees and come onto all fours. So now we're in our tabletop position. My palms are spread, my hands are shoulder distance apart, my knees are hip distance apart. If at any point you're feeling that the knees are quite sensitive, you just quickly grab your cushion and place them underneath the knees. Okay, a few rounds of cat-cow. So let's take our extension first. Lifting the sit bones, kind of flossing through the shoulder blades, broaden through the collarbones, and pull your ears back, open your throat. Opposite movement on your exhale, round. I want you to tuck your tailbone, shoulders above the wrists, tuck your chin, press as hard as you can against the floor. Keep going. Inhale, let the breath lead the movement. Change when you need to exhale. So you don't have to move with me. Maybe your length of breath is most likely different to mine. Let's do 2 more rounds. Okay, neutral spine. Tuck your toes under. We're going to get a little stretch in the bottoms of our feet. I know this can be very intense, but have a look back. Make sure you're really tucking your toes under, so especially the big toe side of the foot. And then watch for the heels kind of falling out to the side. You want your inner ankles drawing in towards one another. Okay. You could press back, buttocks to heels, and that might be enough for you. Okay, again, you're going to hold a few breaths. So if you want more, bring yourself all the way up. Now I'm bringing all my weight down onto those toes, onto the bottoms of my feet, stretching out that line. Just place the hands down, let them kind of place naturally on your thighs. If your hands are on the floor, that's fine. Squeeze inner ankles towards one another. 5 full breaths, right? If it's intense, that's good. If it's pain, that's not. Monitor which one it is. Okay, you got to monitor your own boundaries. It's at least 2 more breaths. All right, so if you're in shoes a lot, you're doing a lot of running, you're in high heels, anything like that, you should be opening your feet like this every day. Okay, and come back forwards. Gently uncurl the feet, and then without any kind of hardness, Just tap out the feet. Just let that go. Okay, let's gently tuck the toes under again just as a transition. So you can raise the knees, walk your hands back. Feet should be hip distance apart. Keep your knees bent. Take your opposite elbow with your opposite hand. Lengthen through the lower back. And then allow the head just to hang down. Tuck your chin. So a nice, easy inversion here. And just allowing all the fluids to kind of drain in and around the brain, the sinuses, the eyeballs, the mouth, the skin across the face, the skull. And any time, so especially if you're new to this practice, if you feel dizzy, nauseous, or you just don't feel good being upside down, if there's too much pressure, then you just come into a halfway lift. So hands can come to shins. You're just going to be in your halfway lift. But for those who are loving being upside down, we'll stay here a few more breaths. And we'll start to pedal out the legs. So even if you're in your halfway lift, just start to bend and stretch the opposite leg. You can almost feel that wrap around the outer hip as you move your arms a little forward and back. Feel a little bit of movement through the rib cage. So nice. Make sure you've done equal amounts to both sides, and then you'll pause, release your hands. Preparing for a spinal roll, we bend our knees so you activate your glutes. Draw your lower belly in so you're protecting the lower back, and then start to stack from the bottom to the top, one vertebra at a time. Arms and head come up last. You come all the way up, loop shoulders, up, back, and down. Take a full breath in, reach both arms up, full stretch, and then take a side stretch to your right. So allow your right arm down, reach your left arm up and over, and you're looking over to your right. If this feels really strong or your breath starts to shorten, bend your knees quite a bit to support yourself. And remember, lower belly is drawing in here. My tailbone's kind of lengthening down. I'm not pushing my bum out. Come to center and move to the left. So left arm lowers, right arm reaches across. Oh, should feel quite nice, especially if you've been working those intercostal muscles. Let the tailbone lower, lower belly draw in. Nice, and bring both arms up. Full stretch. Bend the knees, take the hips back, the arms forward. Fold down again, and now take the opposite grip of the arms. Okay, maybe you start to work your legs a little straighter as you allow the lower back to lengthen. Firmness in the front of the thighs, the kneecaps are drawing up without locking out the knee joint. So those of you who are hypermobile, you take a micro bend in that knee joint, all right? Tuck your chin. We're just going to allow ourselves to hang a few more breaths. Yeah. I need a time check on my phone because I dropped my watch and it completely shattered. All right. And then let's release the hands. Look forward, and we're going to walk out into a downward dog. So remember, downward dog is not a plank pose. We're going to walk our hands forward a little shorter than you would a plank pose. Keep your knees bent. And then make your arms moving to diagonal position by pressing back. Lift the hips up and back. Okay, the feet are hip distance. My palms are spread, my fingers are spread, and the creases of my wrists are about parallel to the front edge of my mat, rolling my outer shoulders down. And then as we pedal out the legs when we were standing, in your down dog now, do the same. So just start to pedal out the legs. Maybe you get your heels to ground completely and your legs to straighten completely. Do 2 more to each side. Make sure you equal or you balance it out between sides. Then we'll come to stillness. Perhaps for you, that's straight legs. Perhaps for you, that's heels lifted. And the sit bones high, remember, we're always prioritizing the spine. Okay, a little bit tricky here. We're moving into a lunge. So you're going to look forward. You're going to take your left foot forward, step it through. Ground your right knee. If your knee's needing that padding, press or slide the cushion underneath it. Take your right hand a little out to the right. Maybe on your fingertips, maybe your palm is flat. And then we're going to twist to our left. So open up the left side of the chest. The left knee can move away from you a little bit as you sink your hips down. Okay, soft right elbow, soft right shoulder. It's not creeping up to the ear. My back toes are tucked under. See, this is why we need nice open feet in these practices, because then we can go a little deeper in the more intricate shapes. All right, nice. Look down towards your hands. Bring your left hand to the inside of that left foot. Take your left foot out to the left and turn your toes out for a runner's lunge. So again, option to stay here on your hands. Or if you feel like going deeper this morning, then you'll come down onto your elbows. We'll take 5 full breaths. Stay in the intensity. When your mind tells you that it wants to move, then don't. Stay in it. Unless, of course, it's pain, then you'll ease back off. Let's come back onto our hands after that foot break. Raise your right knee up. You're going to walk yourself. Remember, a lot of intricate movement going on in our hip joints here. So move slowly all the way over to the right. We're going to come back into our lunge to our right. Ground your left knee down. So your cushion should still be there, adjusted as you must. Left hand out to the side, either on your fingertips or flat palm. And then start to rotate the rib cage to the right. My right knee can move a little to the right. If I allow my pelvis to sink down. Oh, so nice. So in all these poses, you really want to kind of have that feeling of yawning. You know when you take a big stretch in the morning and it's like, oh, it's so delicious. It actually takes you into a yawn. That's kind of what the feeling you want to get in these shapes. One more breath here. Full breath in. Full breath out. Look down. Right hand to the inside of your right foot. Take the foot out to the right. Turn your right toes out. If you did so on the other side, come down on your forearms and take 5 full breaths. Good job, everyone. Don't cheat. Take all 5 breaths. And then come back onto your hands. Okay, raise your left knee. If you had a cushion underneath it, face it to the side. And then bring yourself into a straddle. So remember, you're always using your mat as a guide for your alignment. You want your feet to be in line with one another, toes pointing forward, heels back. Strong in the front of the legs so the back line can release. Extend forward, 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 lengthening the lower back. When you can't go anymore, relax your head down. Let's just take a breath or 2 here. Take a halfway lift. Heel toe your feet. A little wider than hips as your heels turn in, your toes turn out. Come to sit in a squat. So here your heels might not be on the floor. That's fine. Bring your hands together. Let's just find this symmetrical shape for a moment. And then as much control as possible, sit your buttocks to the floor and cross your legs. Reach both arms up. Take a full breath in. Bring your hands behind you, interlace your fingers, open up the chest. So now my arms are perhaps straight or bent, doesn't matter, but roll your shoulder caps back, open the front of the chest. Nice, release both arms up and take a gentle forward fold. Walk your hands back, come to sit up, change. Both arms up again, full stretch. And then hands behind you, second interlace. Roll shoulder caps back, rolling through the collarbones. Release both arms up. Last little forward fold here. As you're in the bow forward, just thank yourself. So almost like bowing down to yourself. Thank yourself for your dedication to your practice. Gratitude to our bodies for carrying us through this life. If you had an intention, draw that into your awareness now. Otherwise, it's the simple acknowledgement of yourself. And then bring yourself up. Hands can be on thighs, or perhaps one and the other across on top of the heart as you close your eyes. We close the practice. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining. Almost the end of another week. I cannot believe it. I hope your bodies are feeling pretty good after that. Remember, we have another Jeff Ed session coming up today that's going to be super exciting and super cool. And then, of course, like I said earlier on, our 7 p.m. announcement. So make sure to check in for that, everyone. Our women's run is coming up. So much is happening this month. We weren't lying when we said that August is going to be a busy month filled with amazing things. All right, let me just check here. Well done, everyone. Thank you for joining another session. So I want to see those numbers. I want to see how many sessions out of the 4 live sessions have you done this week? Or are you joining in for a 5th or a 6th one on your own? Lara, I think it was Lara Falsar was saying that she did a double session the other day. So that's amazing. That's what I want to hear, is that you guys are taking these practices, you're taking these movements and these poses that I'm teaching you, and you're starting to use them yourself, right? So it's amazing having a teacher guide you through these, but really in the end, taking full responsibility for your body. And maybe you do a session, you go, oof, actually my shoulders feel really stiff and sore after that, going, I did this movement with Kathleen last week, and after I did it, my body felt really good and my shoulders relaxed. So I always say, jot these things down, bring it into a daily practice. We were talking about ritual the other day as well, having daily rituals, changing your habits, and instead of kind of talking about having stiff shoulders for 24 hours, do something about it, right? Thanks for joining, everyone. Annalise, Diona, I know I still owe you that meditation. I promise you, it is on my list of things to do. Ansu, such a pleasure. Lorraine, so happy that it felt good in your body. Kim was a bit late, but Nina, don't worry about that, Kim. Maybe you can fit it in a bit later again and do the whole session. Guys, I just want to get the proper information here so that I'm not lying to you about the Jeff Ed today. Yes, it is understanding training during pregnancy and postpartum. And that's with TJ Malaba at 12:30. Super, super, super important. I myself can't really speak of that yet. But I think that's really important for any of the mums. It's Women's Month, so take advantage of talks like these where it really is centered around you. Moms playing one of the most important roles, right, in society, in the world. So make sure to check in with that. And then make sure to check in for 7 p.m., guys. Not going to say anything further about that. Thanks to everyone for joining. Jolene, Aloma, so glad you all enjoyed that. This was a story in the writing all through. Stefan, I hope you enjoyed some of it, and well done for being here. I really want to see your name pop up, guys. Remember, the more you do, the more you can do, right? The less you move, the less you move. That's really how it works. If you have any questions about these practices, if something feels super complicated, if something doesn't feel like it's working for you, then send me a message. Ask me, say, Kathleen, this feels impossible. Why can't I do this? And then we can have a chat about it. But remember, mostly it's about consistency. It's about coming to these practices, doing it every day, and knowing that if you have been training for many, many years and skipping out on your stretching, right? And you got a really tight body, you got muscles that are super tight, super strong. We want strong muscles, we want that firmness. But if you haven't been doing it, it's going to take the body a while to kind of undo all of that. So have patience with yourself, have compassion with yourself, especially the ladies this month. This month we get to have extra compassion with ourselves, and hopefully that sticks with us after the month of August. All right, guys, you know me, I'm always chatting too much. So I'm going to jump off, but I will see you all at 7 p.m. South African time for that announcement. And then I will see you all for our last live flow of the week tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. So have a beautiful day, everyone. Thank you for joining in, and I'll see you later. Bye.
I am fiercely feminine because I'm strong, I'm independent, I stand up for what I believe in, and I stand up for what's right. I am so proud and privileged to be a woman. Join us in being fiercely feminine, and let's support each other today and every day moving forwards.